Everybody, let's do a stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yay! Not sure where our president is. Haven't heard from him. Have you all heard anything? He's out today?
He is out. He's been
out. Okay. All right then. We'll move on. Antoinette and Philip, you all ready? Yes? Y'all got all your people? You got all your officials? Everybody taken care of?
Yes.
Okay. All right then. We'll get started with our speech contest, and I'm going to introduce our contest chair. Our contest chair is none other than the illustrious, the beautiful, the multi-talented Antoinette Mitchell. Yay!
Thank you very much, Presiding President. Welcome to the 2017 Speech Contest, HealthMasters. Give us a hand. This is being considered as a contest. We do have some people that will be speaking. We are going to go through each one of the segments of the contest so that you will be familiar and practice for the next level. We will have now, I'm going to go to Philip Borden to come down. Toastmaster Borden, come on down. Everyone should have the programs as well.
Good afternoon. I will be the chief judge for today's contest. I will move immediately to what will be the most important contest rule. By the way, I am up here at this moment to explain the ground rules of the contest, the first contest of which will be the speech evaluation contest. I'll move to the most important requirement for both of our contests today, which is the time requirement. Because we have only one contestant per type of contest, the only real competition going on today will be the contestants versus that thing, the clock. The evaluation contest, each contestant, of which there's only one, will have between 2 minutes and 3 minutes and 30 seconds to present his evaluation. You'll see the green light at 2 minutes, yellow light at 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, red light at 3 minutes. The red light will then remain on until the speech is completed. There will be no time notification at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Any contestant will be disqualified if the speech evaluation is less than 2 minutes or more than 3 minutes 30 seconds. That's your competition. Land your speech between 2 minutes and 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Regarding eligibility, a member may compete in the speech evaluation contest by being a member in good standing of a club in good standing. We're in good shape there. Protests must be limited to eligibility and originality. Those two issues. Protests may be lodged by a judge or a contestant and must be made to either me as chief judge or Antoinette Mitchell as contest chair before results are announced. In the evaluation contest, we'll hear a 5 to 7 minute speech from the test speaker. The contestant will then leave the room for 5 minutes to work on his evaluation using the form that is provided. Then the contestant will be ushered back in to deliver his speech evaluation for the contest. The speaking area for the test speech and the speech evaluation will be this front area from the back wall to these two front rows. For these two sections, toward this side of the building from the side wall to that second section. Immediately following the contest evaluation, judges will be given 2 minutes to complete their ballots. Since we have only one contestant, their speaking order is not an issue. So judges, you can already be ready to fill out your ballot for contestant number 1 as soon as the evaluation is completed. Fill out your entire ballot, including the bottom portion, which you will tear off below the dotted line. Be sure to sign and write your name on your ballot. I, as Chief Judge, will then take up all ballots and the timer's report after the international speech contest. Let's wait until after the second contest to take up all ballots and timer's reports. And at that point, I will then present the official results to the contest chair. It's my job to make sure the contest chair does not announce La La Land as Best Picture. Just try to make sure you're still paying attention. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the rules for the evaluation contest. I now return control to our contest chair, Antoinette Mitchell.
We are now ready for the evaluation contest. It will start with the test speech that is coming from Joyce Biddle. Joyce Biddle, come with your test speech. What happened to my ceiling?
Good afternoon. Oh, there it is. Good afternoon, everyone. I know y'all want to know what I mean by what happened to my ceiling. Well, let me tell you what happened to my ceiling. One day, I was at a meeting. You know, when you go to a meeting, you turn your cell phones off so you don't pay attention to them. So I've been in a meeting, cell phone off, haven't paid attention to it. I get back in my office. I realize that I've been getting phone calls from my cell phone. I'm getting phone calls at my desk. I finally called. I've looked and saw it was my daughter. I call her back. She says, Mom, did you know your ceiling fell in? I went, excuse me? What do you mean? The ceiling in your spare bedroom is on the floor. On the floor? What happened? I immediately start packing up, go home, look there, and I go home. All this stuff is on the floor. You know, the formica, whatever they call that stuff that they do in the ceiling, and you know, and then the drywall, all that sitting is on the floor in my spare bedroom. I'm looking up at, what is that? Is that my air conditioner? Huh. Now, mind you, the week before, I'd had my air conditioner worked on. So I thought, it's their fault. I immediately called them. Now, I won't name names. So I called them. I said to the young lady, you know, you all worked on my ceiling. Y'all worked on my air conditioner last week. And now my ceiling is on the floor. I believe something you all did with my air conditioning did that. Oh, we're so sorry. We're going to send somebody out there to look at it. 2 hours later, the gentleman shows up, one of the guys that fixed my air conditioner. He says, oh, you know what we did? We forgot to put the pan under the air conditioner that catches the drip water. So when they forgot to do that, the water dripped, drip, drip, drip. Caused the insulation to get wet. When the insulation got heavy, he said, okay, I'm going to stop it from dripping for right now, but we have to come back and fix this. He made an appointment for that. When can we make an appointment? Right now. But no, they didn't do it right now. So they make an appointment, come back. They fix the air conditioning. They fix the air conditioning problem that they didn't fix before. Fix that. Because it was their fault, they had to fix the ceiling as well, which meant they had to replace everything that fell. But you know there was a 3-step process? Is after they fix the air conditioning, then they say, oh, we'll be back in a few days. I'll send one of, the guy that owns the air conditioning company. I'll send one of my guys out here to come back and put in new insulation and fix your ceiling. Okay, comes back, puts in this insulation. Well, this is a different guy. Comes out, put in the insulation. Now, mind you, he had to cut he had to cut the ceiling to make a square rectangle so he can put the insulation in. So he got to go back up through the attic. Which, I didn't tell y'all this. The access to my air conditioner is through my bedroom closet. When I knew that they were coming to fix the air conditioner, I had taken everything out of my bedroom closet and put it in that spare bedroom. Therefore, when all the stuff fell down, because I hadn't put it back yet. So, all my precious shoes and purses that I showed y'all in my other, they were in that room. All of this stuff fell on my shoes and purses. Did y'all know when I saw this, I went, y'all know I was speechless. Do y'all know that's impossible for me? But I was actually speechless. I'm sitting there going, anyway. So, before they came to fix this, I moved all that stuff. Oh, there's also a TV sitting here that I was afraid might get destroyed. So I'm moving this TV, and I moved all this stuff out of this room. And then when he came to make this square, and then I come in there, when he made this square, it's white stuff everywhere. And he finally puts that in, and he puts gold. He said, oh, I got to go to Home Depot and go get some drywall. Go get the drywall. Bring it back. Then he puts the drywall up there. Then he supposedly matches, oh, I got to go get some paint that's match the paint that you got. Then he comes back and he paints it. No, I forgot. That was another appointment. That was a different day. Because that drywall had to dry. Come back a different day when he did the paint. And then when he did the paint, I'm looking at this paint, and I'm looking at my ceiling, and I'm going, this paint is not the same color. And he says, oh, when that dries, it's going to turn into the same color. You know what? My ceiling still looks just like that, and it's not the same color. And I'm going to sue those people. Madam Toastmaster.
All right. We have heard what happened to the ceiling. Next, we will have club announcements as we get ready to dismiss the evaluator or to be escorted. so that he will have 5 minutes. Miss Timer, Toastmaster, give us 5 minutes on the timer. Yes, ma'am, on the clock. And then you will be returned to come back with your evaluation. Give them a hand. We have some important announcements to be made, to pay attention to for the next 3 weeks. After the club contest, this is considered a practice contest, so we keep the word contest in it. Next, we will have the area contest. What date will be the area contest? Yes, all right. She's going to take it from here. All right. Our VPE and Division Director.
Our area contest for Area B1, B2, and B3 will take place on March 18th at the St. Vincent Center for Health Education. We will start registration at 8:30. The contest will start at 9. The contestants will be notified of when exactly each contest will start once we get all of our contestant information, because we will set our timing based on how many contestants we have. At that point, we'll know exactly, but we have scheduled the facility from 8 till 12, but I don't think we'll need it that long, because we usually don't have that many contestants. But we'll see. And then after that, the winners of each of the area, we can have 2 contestants, the first and second place winners from each area can then go to the division contest, and the division contest will take place on April 1st. April 1st will be at the same place, the St. Vincent Center for Health Education. Again, we will start at 8:30 with registration, and then 9 o'clock the contest will start. Same rules, depending on how many contestants we have, and we will set up the contest based on how many contestants we have. Thank you. Oh, dues renewal is now available on Toastmasters website. We got an email this morning. All officers should check your email. You should have gotten an email today, because I got mine this morning, that said that dues renewal is available on Toastmasters website. Everybody should start getting your $45 for Toastmasters, for us anyway, $6 for the club ready. So you can pay your $51 to our treasurer, Sonia, until she decides to leave us. She's talking about quitting. But anyway, and then if you want to play by debit card or credit card, Antoinette has a square. If you want to pay by cash or check, you can see either of the officers. And the officers are myself, Philip is the secretary. Who are our stars? Jonna's the BPM, the treasurer is Sonia, and our president is Scott. Who else? Oh, and Leonard is the sergeant at arms. All right. Is there anything else you need me to announce? Oh, the district meeting coming up. All of the winners of the division contest will then advance to go to Vicksburg, Mississippi for the district spring conference, which is where the contest for International Speech and Evaluation contest will take place. And that is April 28th and 29th.
30 seconds. We are also recruiting for members at all times. We're recruiting for members, so if you know anyone that would be interested in becoming a Toastmaster, advancing their speaking skills, communication skills, which will enhance their career, possibly promotions, new job careers that you're looking for, that they may be interested in, this is the place to be. HealthMasters, Toastmasters Club. We're now waiting for the contestant to come. Yes, yes, sir. Okay, let me see if I can play back what you're saying. It's a showcase, and not a contest. All right. Thank you very much for that helpful information. I think we've had someone that's been trying to tell us that all along. I appreciate the feedback. Now we are ready for the speech contestant, Leonard Macosta, Toastmaster Leonard Macosta.
Contest Chair Antoinette, thank you very much for this opportunity to compete alone. Toastmaster Joyce, distinguished Toastmaster Joyce, and fellow Toastmasters, let me try. I've come not to give praise to Toastmaster Joyce, but to critique, give a personal opinion. Granted, distinguished Toastmaster Joyce is a DTM, and I've just done 4 of my speeches of competent communication. I'll do this anyway for the sake of helping me grow. I commend you, distinguished Toastmaster Joyce, for the opening. It was strong. You engaged us and drove us into this mess of a collapsing ceiling. The tone, the variety, the hands, and actually reconstructed this place back using your hands. That was impressive. I really liked it very much when you reached the wardrobe, because I know a bit about you. Like riches, fine linen, gold, that came out, and you had emotions in there to say you had damage, real damage. Besides the physical damage, you expressed some emotional damage to this. And some of us, I personally feel you are justified in expressing that damage. My recommendation would be to go through the construction steps. I was a bit lost which one was coming first, but having lived in a house for long, I know what you are talking about. But just walk us through these steps and connect those steps directly to the emotions of the day. And I liked it very much when you said actually you are losing something that's part of you, literally part of you. The colors are not right. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. In any case, you showed us that things happen, and it's the drama, the mess of life. You may not get it all together, but today you told us you are well. You could at least smile about it. Contest Chair Antoinette.
All right. Now we're going to have, don't sit down, we're going to have the contestant interview. And again, this is practice for what will happen as you go to the next level. All right then, let me get my... What the details of it is. Okay? Let me tell you how a contest runs. Come on, somebody. Once the speaker finishes, all the speakers will come up, and that contest chair will ask the contestants to come back on the floor. Or the contest chair will have a sheet paper of the profile. Each contestant got a profile as well as a sheet that's called eligibility. What the contest chair will do, they will ask some questions. And basically, what is this for, Mr. Toastmasters and Mr. Up some time while the judges are completing their portion of it. And I would ask 1 minute for the judges to do their calculations. Judges, do you need any more time? No time needed. All right then. Thank you so much, Madam Timer. We are ready to move on into the next portion. The next portion, again, we want to ask our Toastmasters something about your favorite quote.
Masters.
Thank you very much. You may be seated now.
Thank you.
We're now ready to go to the next portion. We have our judges in place. We have the timer in place. Normally at the club, we have one time in life. When we get ready to go to the area and to the division and the district, there will be 2 timers sitting in front of the person speaking. That will help you capture.
We have 2.
We have 2 timers. Oh, okay. She just doesn't have the light. Okay, very good. We've got 2 timers here. And why would we have the 2 timers? I'll tell you that the next time in my speech. All right? Y'all done got my juices going now. I was trying to be real prime and proper on this, but I'm going to break it on down for you and be real. So you may want to be in this spot next year. The next portion of this contest is going to be the International Speech Contest. We're going to call up Toastmaster Philip Borden to explain those rules so we will be sure that all of our contestants, or the ones that are coming up, will be, that's the purpose of it. So the people who are making the speeches will know the rules. And we want them to know the rules in order to win.
Thank you. If you know anything about me when I serve as Chief Judge, you can rest assured that there will always be a 2-timer in the room. There will always be 2 timers. There's one timing device. The way the rule book explains it is there's one person to run the timing device, one to fill out the timer's report. They both check each other and make sure that they're doing it fairly. As far as other rules for the International Speech Contest, the predominant rule and regulation that we will have to deal with is, again, timing requirement. As we go through the exercise of doing this as a contest of sorts, The international speech contestant will have between 4 minutes and 30 seconds and 7 minutes and 30 seconds to present his speech. You'll see the green light at 5 minutes, yellow light at 6 minutes, red light at 7 minutes. There will not be a separate signal to indicate 7 minutes 30 seconds. However, any speech less than 4 minutes and 30 seconds or that goes over 7 minutes and 30 seconds is in the disqualification range. Regarding eligibility, a member must be a member in good standing of a club in good standing and must have completed at least 6 speeches in the Competent Communication Manual. Our contestant today meets those requirements. For the international speech, no more than 25% of the content of the speech can be quoted or paraphrased material from another person, and any material that is quoted from another person must be so identified in the speech. Protests work the same way. They're limited to only eligibility and originality, and those protests may be made by a contestant or a judge to the chief judge or the contest chair before the results are announced. The speaking area is the same, back wall to these 2 front rows of desks, from the side wall to the edge of that second row of desks over there. That completes the overview of the rules for the International Speech Contest. I will now turn things back to our contest chair.
Right. Help me welcome our next contestant, Erwin Padawa Evans. Erwin Padawa Evans, who will be speaking about musical medication. Musical medication. Let's give him a hand as he comes
There you go.
forward.
Thank you very much. Can you guys hear me okay? Is that too loud? Because I talk loud anyways. All right. Musical medication. Do you know the average person knows between 20,000 and 30,000 words? What I find that's more amazing is the average person knows the words to 1,200 to 2,000 songs. Music transcends time, culture, everywhere. It's worldwide. Who can tell me what the #1 worldwide most selling single song is? Does anybody have an idea? Yes. Not Amazing Grace. The #1 selling song across the world is a little ditty called Bop by a group called Hanson. Does anybody remember that song? No. But do you want to know the reason why that song is the #1 selling song worldwide? Because the term bop means the exact same thing in every language around the world. Amazing. I thought it was. Music, just by hearing something, can take you a place. If I was to say, oh, happy day, where are you at? Where do you think you might be at? Church. If you hear, oh, say, can you see, where might you be? Ball game. You go home on Valentine's, lights are down, you hear, let's get it on. What's probably going to happen? Yeah, we know. Could be that first time, almost, right? It's great. And who in here has been in love? Raise your hand if you have been in love. All right? I've been in love, best weekend of my life. I'm singing Temptations. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. I was my girl. I was feeling good. In love. How many of y'all have had your heart broke? Right? It's one of those things, when you are happy, you hear the music. When you're sad and heartbroken, you understand the lyrics. So I went from singing My Girl to the Commodore's 3 Times a Lady. A lot of people don't realize that that's a breakup song. Who in here realize that's a breakup song? Everybody thinks, hey, 3 times a lady, but he's telling her 3 times a lady. My favorite's relative, but one of the best breakup songs that always broke my heart that I listened to 3,450 million times when somebody, I ain't going to mention her name, broke my heart in 10,000 places, was David Ruffin's My Whole World Ended the Moment You Left Me. I mean, that's deep. Did you ever mean those sweet words that you used to say to me? Right? A house with a lovely garden and a little baby someday. Where did I go wrong? Whatever changed your mind? I've asked myself this question 1,000,000 times. Woo! Told myself I wasn't going to cry, but it's deep. But the great thing about music and medication, it gets in the focals of your brain. The synaptic membrane, it's embedded. How many of you have been on Facebook lately and saw the great story of the 90-year-old patient that's in a nursing home, has dementia, really don't function, he's not reactive, he doesn't speak. They put the earphones on his head, play music of his day, right? They let him listen for it 20, 30 minutes. He becomes functional. He talks about his wife who passed 20 years ago, the time when they met, how the music brings that out. It transcends him. It brings him back. That's musical medication. You feel it, right? You can hear a song and you can remember, oh, girl, you remember that time? Right? It evokes a response. And what's great about it, it evokes a response for everybody in a different way. And I think moving forward, especially with mental health, that this is something that we have not really locked in on, right? I mean, if we can get somebody who has dementia, who's not even themselves, who don't even remember who they are, or don't even speak on most of the days, but can hear that music, get locked into that focal point in your brain, right? It gets in there, it pulls it out. It evokes that emotion and response and those memories. Why are we not using that more and more to treat people? It works in animals. It works on mental health patients, right? People who have anxiety, right? You talk to them soft, play a little music. What I love about music, I'm a Motown man. I love Motown. Philip might not be. He might be you like Motown? Okay. I thought you might have been a Tupac guy. But anyhow, but it transcends, right? And affects everybody different. The one thing I love about music, and Bob Marley said it the best, the good thing about music is when it hits you, it doesn't cause any pain. Thank you. I'm Toastmaster.
All right, awesome speech, awesome speech. Timers, you may go ahead and calculate your numbers. I'm so sorry. Timers got the numbers over here. Judges, go ahead and calculate. You will have 1 minute. I'm sorry, that's what I'm supposed to tell the timers. 1 minute. 1 minute, please. 2 minutes, because it's the ending. Does anyone need any more time? Does the timer need 1 minute? So raise your hand. If not, the chief judge is coming around. Time is up. Timers, if you would give the bottom of your ballot to the counter, please. Be sure you have signed it. Judges, okay, we keep saying timers. Aren't I glad this is not a real contest? It's just a practice one for me and for the other people. Right. At this time, we're going to call down Aaron Ottawa Evans. Please come down to get introduced. Tell us why you chose musical medicine as your speech today.
I chose musical medicine because it touches me on two fronts. I'm a medical health professional, and I think the leaps and bounds that they're making with music really makes a difference, and I believe in it. I want to research it, and I'm looking into that. Also, I'm a huge, besides my faith in God and these ravishing good looks, that I love music. So I felt like these were the ones that really kind of married it up to get, you know what I'm talking about. Really marries it up together, and it really allowed me to talk about something that I had a understanding and something I really.
Very good, very good. We're now ready for the envelope, please. Get ready, drum roll. All right. The winner of the speech evaluation contest is none other than Toastmaster Leonard.
Thank you very much.
Picture time. Picture. Anybody got a picture? The next winner, ladies and gentlemen. I know they are waiting. He's got his fingers crossed. I'll get the picture first. All right. The next winner of the International Speech Contest is going to be Aaron Ottawa Evans. Congratulations.
We got plenty of them.
Well, this is the conclusion of the...
There were no times.
Oh, there were no time? Oh, my goodness. Isn't that wonderful? No time. Everyone was in their time frame. That just goes to show that weekly practice is being done right here. And what we do is not just coming, taking a manual, just writing some words in it. It is building up our confidence. It's building up our building and developing our skills. Timing, the right wording, feedback. It's going to take us to District 43 winners. Yes! It's been done before twice, and it's going to be done again. Come out. Be sure you've got those dates on your calendar. Be sure we come out and support our club members in the next level of the 2004-2017 Spring Contest. All right? Are there any other comments from anybody? I'm just happy I made it through this. Any other comments?
Can I get another picture with you?
All right. Is it okay? Who's going to dismiss the meeting? It's not me.
All three. Yeah.
he has his. He's all like straight.
All right,
Sure,
come on
you wanna get
down.
one more. You want to get a gangster?
We need one more picture. Come on down, Philip. I couldn't have done this without you, Philip. Thank you. Thank you. Philip is the brain behind it, and I just do the talking. Back to the presiding officer of the day.
Ma'am. Don't leave the lectern
Undone. Without anyone there.
All right. We're going to leave early because we've already done all the announcements. Any of our guests, I know we have one guest, but Lisa comes so often she's not a guest. We had another guest, but she's left already. Who invited the guest that was here? Okay, do you know and tell us who it was?
Arnicia Brown.
Does she work in your area? Is she interested in being a member?
Possibly.
Okay, there's one announcement I forgot to make. I have already sent the announcement to Meg to have it put in the director's letter as well as on the intranet for the 10 members that the agency will be paying the scholarships on. Okay, like they did last year. They will be doing it again this year. What I put in there is the deadline to have everything in to me is March 24th, which is the Friday before the Monday that I told everybody to have their dues in to us. Okay? All right? So if you have some colleagues in the areas in which you work that are interested in being members of HealthMasters, when that announcement, tell them that announcement is coming out and let them know that we are seeking 10 more new members. Okay? And Lisa, if you're interested, you can be one of those 10. Okay? All right. Is there anything else that I've forgotten about? Is he interested? So you talked to him and he's interested? Yes, you are. Okay. Well, let's get in contact with him. Okay. If you all know of anybody else, actually, I think I know somebody else. Okay. Is there anything else? Oh, and you all that worked as officials, you all can get credit in your competent leader in Project 6, assisting with a club speech contest. So get somebody to evaluate you for Project 6, assisting with a club speech contest. I've already done it for Patricia. So the rest of you, get somebody to evaluate you on that. Okay? All right. Aaron, did you get somebody to evaluate you on your speech? Okay. I'm not going to have anybody evaluate my speech because I'm going to do the expanded speech at Advanced Toastmasters. Okay.
One other thing, I need to thank everyone. Thank you very much.
And if anybody wants to pay their dues by debit or credit card, come see Antoinette before you leave today. And if you have a check or cash, come see me or Philip. Okay. Meeting adjourned.